Hello everyone, today we are going to start the first lesson of physics class 10th, reflection of light at curved surfaces. So what do you mean by reflection? Reflection is the phenomena of bouncing back of light rays when it strikes an opaque surface. When we can say that the reflection is the phenomena of change in the path of a light without any change in the medium. Reflection of light by spherical mirrors. Spherical mirror is a mirror that has the shape of a piece cut out of a spherical surface. So in this we are having two types of spherical mirror. First is concave mirror, the second is convex mirror. So concave mirror is the one whose reflecting surface is towards the center of the sphere of which the mirror is a part. Convex mirror is the one whose reflecting surface is away from the center of which the mirror is a part. Let us see the reflection of light by spherical mirrors. The first law of reflections tell us a light ray incident at an angle with the normal at the point of incident will get reflected, making equal angle with the normal. So this is true for all the surfaces. It may be a plane surface or a curved one. The important thing here is the angle made with normal at the point of incidence. If for any surfaces one can decide the normal and find the incident angle, it is possible to deduce the angle made by the reflected ray. So it is very easy to find a normal at any point on the plane surface, but for a curved or uneven surface, it is not straightforward. Let us see activity 1, finding the normal to a curved surface. Take a small piece of thin foam or a rubber. Put some pins along a straight line on the foam. All these pins are perpendicular to the plane of the foam. If the foam is considered as a mirror, for example, each pin will represent the normal at that point. You can see in figure A. Any ray incident at a point where the pin makes contact with the surface will reflect with the same angle as the incident ray made with the pin normal. So now bend the foam piece inwards as shown in figure B. What happens to the pins? They still represent the normal at various points, but you will notice that all the pins tends to converge at a point, means tends to join at a point or intersect at a point. If we bend the foam piece outwards, as shown in figure C, we will see that the pin seems to move away from each other, or in other words, they diverge as shown in figure C. So this gives an idea of what is likely to happen with a spherical mirror. A concave mirror will be like the rubber sole bent inwards as in figure B, and the convex mirror will be like the rubber sole bent outwards as in figure C. So for a concave mirrors, all the normals will converge at a point. The point where all the normals are converging, that we call it as a center of curvature. Okay, so this will give us the hint that we can find normal to any point on a spherical mirror. First, you have to draw a line from the point of the mirror to the center of the sphere. Next, let us see certain things. Here, it is much easier to imagine in a two-dimensional figure. The concave mirror is actually a part of a big sphere. Okay, so we have cut it in and we are doing the experiments. In order to find its center point, we have to think of the center of the sphere to which the concave mirror belongs. The line drawn from C to any point of the mirror gives the normal at that point. So concave mirror, a center of curvature, is nothing but the center of the sphere of which the mirror forms a part. It is represented by C as shown in the figure. The pole is the geometrical center of the reflecting surface. Pole is geometrical surface of the reflecting surface. It is represented by the letter P. Principal axis is the straight line joining the pole and the center of curvature. It is normal for the mirror at its pole. Next is radius of curvature. Radius of curvature is nothing but the radius of the sphere of which the mirrors forms a part. It is represented by PC is equals to R. Okay. Next is focus. Focus is nothing but a point of the principal axis at which the rays parallel to the principal axis meet. Okay, where all the rays are converging at one point, that is nothing but your focus. And focal length is nothing but the distance between the pole and the principal focus of a spherical mirror is called as the focal length. So focal length is represented as PF. Let us see the differences between concave and convex mirror. See here, in concave mirror, the reflecting surface will be curved inward, whereas in convex mirror, the reflecting surface will be curved outward. And the nature of the mirror will be diverging mirror for concave mirror and convex mirror converging mirror. The center of curvature will be in front of the mirror for the concave mirror, and the center of curvature will be behind the mirror for the convex mirror. The focal point will be in front of the mirror for the concave mirror, whereas the focal point for the convex mirror will be right side of the mirror. The projection of the image will be projected onto the screen, and in case of convex mirror, virtual images are formed. The next is nothing but image size. In concave mirror, the image will be magnified. In convex mirror, the image will be shrunk. And the image will be inverted in case of concave mirrors, whereas the image will be erect in case of convex mirror. So in real life, you can see a convex mirror in real life in various places, like in parking lots. You will see where the cars has been parked, there will be one mirror on the top that is nothing but your convex mirror. And in the garages, on the streets, on the driveways, on the shops, on the indoors, you will be seeing certain types of convex mirrors. Whereas concave mirrors is used in shaving or makeup mirrors, the dental mirrors, or the car headlight mirrors, or in the torch, in the eyepiece. So these are all example of concave mirror. Thank you for watching. Please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you.